So this is a chicken tractor, but do they actually work? So how easy is it actually to move this? And are the chickens safe in here? Is it easy to clean this? And do the chickens actually like to be in the chicken tractor? How easy is it to give them food and water? And do the chicken tractor actually improve the soil at all? So by answering these questions, we will get the answer to if this actually works or not. But before we take a look at that, we need to dive into what a chicken tractor actually is.
A chicken tractor is a movable chicken coop that is open in the bottom and made to be moved around. Most use them to raise meat birds, as in addition to regular feed, the bird can also get a lot of the nutrition from grass, seed, plants and insects in the ground. This saves a lot of feed. In addition to this, chickens also fertilize the ground and root up moss and weeds, leaving the fields a lot better off. At least that's the idea.
So this actually turned out to be a two-people job. And that's not because this is so heavy, but that's because the chickens don't really want to move after the house. So my wife needs to chase them to the front. Most people choose to put wheels on this, but we have chosen not to. And there is actually a few reasons for that. First off, the house isn't really that heavy. And second off, we want to be able to move it in all directions, not just forward and backwards. On our field, it's not practical to walk just in a straight line. So we can attach this line on 3 sides, and that way it's a lot more movable. So there's 2 kinds of animals here that takes our chicken. There's hawks and there's foxes. So when it comes to hawks, the chickens are completely protected. And that's because this chicken tractor have a hard plastic roof, and underneath the tarp here there's actually a wire mesh, so they can't just dive through this either. Now the foxes can't go through this wire mesh. It's a lot stronger than normal chicken netting, but they can dig. So while our fixed chicken coop have a concrete foundation that keeps the foxes from being able to dig underneath it, the chicken tractor don't. And of course it couldn't really have that because we wouldn't be able to move it. And that's also one of the reasons why we don't want wheels on this. You will either need a mechanism that lowers the wheels down and take them back up again, or you will have a gap where the foxes can come in. So the foxes try to get into the chicken coop at least 2 times, and with this location it actually succeeded. And after that happened, we have been using boards like this to lay them around the chicken house so the fox will not be able to dig its way under. So are the chicken as safe in a chicken tractor as they are in a fixed chicken house? Well, on this one I will need to say no. So how easy is the chicken tractor to clean? Well, it's a really short answer to that. And that is that we have already done that today. By moving it, we have cleaned it. So cleaning out this fixed massive chicken coop takes a lot longer, at least an hour. You need to brush out all the old chicken poop and replace it with new and fresh wood chips. So the chicken tractor definitely wins this round. And it is of course also important to ask, how do the chicken thrive in this chicken tractor? Do they have enough space? Is it a good life for them? Or would I rather be in the big chicken coop with the other chickens? Now, for us to actually be able to find an answer to that, we need to know a little more about chickens.
Most domestic chickens today originate from a shy forest bird living in the South Asian jungle for approximately 8,000 years ago. These birds lacked the ability to fly more than short distances and lived underneath the thick jungle vegetation. There they rooted around in the ground for seeds, plants, insects, and even sometimes frogs and mice. Yes, you heard me, chicken also eat meat. Knowing where they came from can help us understand what makes chicken thrive. They don't like open areas as they are vulnerable for attack from above. Chickens also have a natural urge to root around in the ground for food, as their ancestors did in the jungle.
Now our egg layers do actually also have a lot more space in their chicken coop. They have this outside yard and they have the room inside. But while the chickens in the chicken tractor is always moving around with new grass to root around in to find insects and to eat the grass, the chickens in here only have the same ground all the time. And I can see that they are really bored. And we do try to have our egg layers out as much as we can, but that is only during the summer and when we are home, and also when we are outside, because they are really unprotected like this. So even though we don't let these guys out, they do have more access to fresh new grass than our egg layers have. Now they also have the perch to sit on, and they have the roof overhead to feel secure. And so I think that the victory will go to the chicken tractor once again. Let me know if you disagree. So we use a feed barrel that we drag after the chicken house, and so it's not really a problem giving them food. Now, these are also really practical because they are watertight, and so there's no problem leaving them out in the rain. So on some chicken tractors, watering can be a problem, especially if they're just moved forward, because you cover some distance then. But since we are moving it back and forward in a pattern, we aren't really moving that far away from the house with them. So one of the most important reasons why many choose the chicken tractor is because of soil improvement. And we have been dragging these guys now around on our field for at least 2 months. So can we see a difference? Well, let's take to the sky and have a look. I think that is really conclusive. You can easily see how much greener the grass is where the chicken coop used to be a few weeks ago. It also looks like chicken poop is killing the moss. You can see on this side where the chicken tractor has not been, it's green and lush as moss, while on this side it looks brown and dying. And where we started the chicken tractor, the grass is thick and green and the moss is just completely gone. So once again we are back where we started, but this time we do have a result. So do the chicken tractor work? Yes, it most certainly do. Now if you do want to see how we made this chicken tractor, take a look at this video next, and I will be seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.